For this made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though. She like, they go. She like, they go. Okay. Okay. That knock. What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Popovich.
Popovich
TV.
TV.
Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Let's talk about T.I. You know what I mean? Like, don't you know I got trap on the weed and the seed where the word at? What you know about that? What you know about? What you know about parenting? And in this case, T.I. probably know way more than me. I don't got no kids, but I helped raise 2 boys. And I'm proud at the, you know what I mean, the influence that I was in their life. They're not Pookies and they're not Ray Rays. They're not walking around with ghost guns, right? And they're not just getting any randos pregnant. They protecting their seed. All praises. Yeah, that's very important. Like one of your kids, 18 years, she got you, right? Like you win the Super Bowl and you driving off in a Hyundai. Those are not just rap lyrics. Those are shit to live by. It's deeper than rap. We're gonna talk about T.I. and his son King. Like, wanna be down with the Kings? You wanna be down with the Kings? You know what I mean? Jam Master Jay, rest in peace. You wanna be down with the Kings? And his son been you know, from the video. I didn't do the video on his son when he was in the Waffle House. Yeah, you know what I mean? The Waffle House. And you normally see those outside of New York, and now this shit ain't gonna want to stay now that I touched it. You know what I mean? Jam Master Jay, let's put him right here. When you out of town, you go to the, you know what I mean, Waffle House, and it's not like IHOP, and the food is totally different. When I first went there, I was expecting like an IHOP, and it was totally different. The food is not bad, but the chicken is grilled chicken. It's like chicken breast. It's not like chicken waffle, chicken wings and waffle. So it's a different feel. You know what I mean? So anyway, seen the video with him counting the money and talking reckless, and you mouthing off at the cops out of cranberry drops, right? You jigger, you know what I mean? You jigger in Memphis Bleak, you know what I mean? On Coming of Age 2, and you style on haters, mouthed off in Vegas. You doing the most. And you know, you're privileged, and you know, like T.I. came out and said he got a you know, on his Instagram, he like, yo, I know what the fuck to tell my. He like, can you know, this is what he said. He said, can people stop hitting me in my DMs and leaving comments under my posters, talking about this is what I need to say to King and this is what I need to say. And he like, don't you think I know what to say to my motherfucking son? Yeah, that's my child, and I've said these things already. And just pretty much saying, you know, he gonna end up in jail. And that guy, you know, I think he in jail now. He was in jail or whatever it is. And he like, only person that can stop this is you, right? And you think of the last dragon, you know what I mean? When he was telling them in the beginning, you know what I mean? You're gonna search for something that's already there. You gotta look in the mirror. And when he was drowning him at the end, Bruce Leroy, and he finally realized he was the master. He just wasn't acting like it. He wasn't acknowledging it. He wasn't conscious of it. So T.I.'s like, you know, I told my son, like, yo, you're going to end up in jail. I had that same energy you had. I was walking the same path that you were. And I'm trying to tell you, that's not the wave. But if you continue to do it, this is what's going to happen. I want to reference that because, you know, I be talking about the Pookies and Ray Rays a lot, how fathers, you know what I mean, uncles, big cousins, If you don't step up in some of these young men's lives, they destined for ruin. You know what I mean? Especially if you catch a body about a week ago, you do some dumb shit that you really didn't want to do. That you didn't know that, you know, this was going to happen that day and wake up. And some people do wake up about that action. Let's make age is no factor. I know what I was doing at 16, 17. I know what other people was doing. So just because you're a minor, a kid, an adolescent, and you wake up on your born day, it's a blessing. Adolescent freshens, you know what I mean? Leave your body malfreshened. Nas reference. It was, you know what I mean? Illmatic. Life's a bitch.
It wasn't.
You do fuckery at all ages, even if you're taught right from wrong. The thing is,
No,
more men
because I wasn't even alive.
need to take control of their house. And this is what I was saying as a person with no kids. First of all, it's my way or it's the fucking highway. That's number one. Not going to be two men with nuts hanging in one house. Oh no. It's me, then it's you. And if you're my child or you're under my leadership or you're under my guardianship, you're going to do as I say. That's that. Or it's cozy souls, cozy souls, cozy souls. It's cozy souls to your ass. And if that doesn't work, then you're going to get the fuck out. That's my house. Everybody don't parent that way. It's not a book. It's not guidelines. Even though people, I'm sure, have written books. I mean, overall, you're a new parent. You know what I mean? Like certain scenarios, just because it happened in another family in another house, don't mean you're gonna meet those same circumstances. Your child's life is gonna be totally different experience, and your parenting experience is gonna be way different. Yes, it may be some similarities. It may be some situations that cross over, and it's like, oh, I remember from I was a child, and you know what I mean? The point is, it's no manuscript on this shit. It's rules to this shit. You wrote your manual, so you go along as you go. And I was saying, even the worst or the weakest of the parents, it's like, yeah, if you raising a daughter, like, yeah, if you fuck and you open your legs without getting married, and you have a child, your mother gonna love you. I'm gonna love the grandbaby. But you're not doing that shit in my house. You're not getting no help. So whoever you decide to lay down with and have sex with, then ultimately have the baby, you know what I mean? Now with Roe v. Wade being retracted and all this shit, look somewhere else. Look somewhere else. Because there's no help here. Then you got parents that, you know, they happy to have a grandbaby. Everything is cool, and it's like, you gonna smoke weed, so I'm gonna smoke with you. You know what I mean? And you gonna run with the gangs, I'm gonna come bail you out. But then it's the parents like, I may not be able to stop you from running with the Pookies and the Ray Rays, doing the dumb shit, and the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. Right. The buffoonery remains at a fucking all-time high. And you just down with it. If you choose to go this route, I'm not coming to get you. Tough love. You're going to deal with that shit, and you're going to be on Rikers Island, and you don't want to be on Rikers Island. Even like now, obviously, a whole bunch of, unfortunately, people is committing suicide, and they killing themselves, and officers getting suspended left and right. And it's a shit show. But newsflash, I'm in my 40s, newsflash, this shit been a shit show. And since I was a teen going to Rikers, ain't nothing changed. Shit ain't get better. Shit ain't get more graceful. You know, it ain't get more humane. Shit is a shit show. And if you end up there, I feel sorry for you. Like the nigga said in Menace to Society, I feel sorry for your mother. Talking to old dog, then he end up killing him. Oh, but you black. I feel sorry for your mother. Yeah, I feel sorry for you if you got to end up on Rikers Island. But that shit is a shit show. And it's only getting worse because more rights are being taken. More ignorance is on the island. Oh, you can't read, you can't write. You a whole grown adult, but you got to go to ABE, which is adult basic education. Right, you know what I mean? And that's where that's why I started at. They're like, you can't read past a certain level. When I was locked up, I was running the streets. I was listening to Snoop and Dre. I was wilding for respect. And so I didn't take education serious. So you can't read and you can't write, and like you got embarrassed in the class when the teachers used to make y'all read. It's a Jada reference. What parent are you going to be? That's the thing. T.I., I'm sure, is a great dad. Obviously, you got, 4, I think you got 6 kids with Tiny. father, husband, been married for years. Sure, he's a good example. Obviously, he's a businessman. Very intellectual, intelligent, very articulate, and his rhymes show that. Sure, he talked the king with no holds bars, without sugarcoating it. Like, yo, listen, son, Daddy love you. I love you. Woo, woo, woo. You can the world is your oyster. You can have it all. Like, you know what I mean? You can have whatever you like, business wise, or I can plug you in with people. What you want to do? You want to go down this route, or you want to fuck with over here? If you go down this route, I'm telling you that's not the way to go. But also, you're gonna be by yourself. I'm gonna take back. You hear people, white folks that leave, inheritances and all type of shit to their kids. What they tell them, like, I will write you out this fucking will. You won't get a dime if you don't finish motherfucking college. If you don't do X, Y, Z and make this family look good, you won't get shit. Know what I mean? And real quick, because although I think T.I. is a good father, I don't know him personally. I never met him. You do have some that saying he's not taking accountability because his son is a Pookie and Ray Ray, or he going down the wrong path. And it's like, at what age? We all human, no matter if you're a fucked up parent or especially if you're a good parent. If you're showing your child a way, you know what I mean? When they get to a certain age, they're still human and they're still an adult and they're still going to be able to decide for themselves. So if it's like, nah, I appreciate the guidance, I appreciate you showing me, but I got to learn on my own, and this is what I want to do. So this is what I'm going to do. Who's, you can't blame T.I. or hold him accountable. I'm sure he told him like, yo, Hov sold drugs, so hopefully you wouldn't have to go through that. Like, I did what I did, because those are the comments that I'm hearing. Like, you was rhyming about the streets, you had guns, you was, hustling. I'm sure he sheltered his son from seeing a lot of that. And T.I. had a lot of money for a long time. It becomes a point where when you get a certain age, a hard head makes a soft ass, and we all got to learn on our own. What's your thoughts? Is he a bad parent because his child is taking his route, or is he a good parent because he's, taking the approach that he took? If you seen the whole video and you heard what he said verbatim. But you know what it is. It's your boy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.